So, anyways, what do you expect in modern gaming today? More disappointment or more something absolutely ridiculous? Well, yesterday I've been informed by this news of, I saw this on my timeline, and it says that a certain 2K game that has over 161.4 gigabytes. Ridiculous, am I right? But what's even more ridiculous, it is from 2K, and do you know what game it has that file that size? Well, look more further than NBA 2K24. Yeah, a fucking basketball game with that size. I'm not joking. And, like, literally, what the fuck? Is it the game had a lot of features in it? Or does it have like a more advanced graphics? Realistic ones? Holy shit! Is it? I don't know. But why that file that size? There's no way in fucking hell there's way that 2K is serious with this. So I even people are literally going crazy over that. And rightfully so, because there's no way in hell a basketball game, a fucking sports game can be this size of 161.4 gigabytes. And it's basketball. Fucking basketball. Hell, I even though I played basketball games before, like NBA Live, which is a PC game from 2003, and and I can guarantee you it is like 1 gigabyte or less than that. Depends, it's but it's probably their time. But at least I can, if it's like 50 gigabytes, which is okay, commendable, which is understandable, but not 161.4 gigabytes. Like, even though before this news drop, I see a lot of advertisements on fucking Twitter showing something like the trailers of 2K NBA 2K24, that it shows trailers like, the a lot of CPUs, those basketball players showing what I don't know what's going on there, like, and it's fucking uncanny, like they like pushing it like it's the best thing ever. Like, honestly, like, looking at the trailers, it looks something more horrendous than that. It's not even realistic. It looks uncanny as shit. And here's the thing, I really, I don't get why, even though I was part of that before, that was years ago by this way, that we beg for like video games to be like, realistic graphics. But I think we literally took it for granted, especially nowadays. I don't know what's going on with modern gaming companies making these games to be realistic. Otherwise, they're doing the complete opposite. And especially game developers have this weird behavior of not like releasing games like way over 100 gigabytes for some reason. Like, can they just at least compress the games, or can they just explain what is the reason why? I mean, if it's like big games, like maybe, like, maybe GTA, but like GTA 5, but still, it's like, but even though that's like less than 50, I don't know if it's 50 gigabytes, but depends on what's today's current standards. And but but this is getting more ridiculous. Like, I don't get it. So, especially, um good luck for anyone who has a Switch for, installing this game, because I'm pretty sure there's no way in hell you can get a game by that size when the Switches have that space up to 64 gigabytes. Plus, if you have an expandable storage CD card, like, you should get a 1 terabyte CD card if that exists. I don't know. Oh my god. It's a fucking it's a fucking basketball game. How, I don't know, if there's a reason why it's 161.4 gigabytes, then I want to know what is the reason for that. They can just write it off, like, saying it has realistic graphics and all that shit. With otherwise, I saw the trailers. It looks shit. No, really, it looks shit. Hell, you'd be better off playing older sports games like EA sports games before EA went to shit with those. I'm talking about you'd be better off playing these. These. These are literally the peak of gaming sports games. They are the peaks of it. And they are legit less than one gigabyte. So basically I can't even tell where it's at. So um but yeah, even like but then again, this is the old days of sports games, and they don't take up more than fucking 161.4 gigabytes. No, there's no way in hell. And so, yeah, sports games. But even like I don't get it. If it is a triple A game, then I can understand it. But it would be more reasonable to put it at 50 gigabytes than instead of 100 because you're just making people uh, you're making people be more difficult with it, especially getting harder to find storage space. Otherwise, if you run out of storage space, God forbid you had to save it to another drive or fucking delete your progress, which yeah. So anyways, I don't know what is going on. Like what have they heard like file compressing or some shit? Like what is the damn reason for this? Like even from a fucking sports game, a fucking basketball game, it, that's it's just way too off, and it's obvious. And of course, what you see earlier is this a base game. Yeah, base game it is of 161.4 gigabytes. Good luck to any PlayStation or Xbox. Well, it's on the Xbox series, but once again, what is the deal there? For a game of basketball in gaming console, this just should be like less than 50 gigabytes or something because there's no way in hell they decide to make this game so big for some reason that would take up most of your space on your consoles for some reason. There's no way in hell, and there's like literally no excuse for it. But again, I don't expect much from any modern day video game publishers out there that literally um, get so far up in their own ass, especially 2K. Like 2K's not been doing good ever since when I heard that 2K's been going downhill ever since. Like I don't know when, but it did. But I heard people say they did. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, I suppose, and it's also pretty disappointing to say the least. And people are mad at this, and rightfully so because it's beyond fucking ridiculous at this point. So yeah, I want to talk about this since I saw it on my timeline, and I'm literally I'm literally shocked as you are, and very skeptical, which reasonably so because there's no way in hell a fucking sports game, especially basketball games, have that size. There's no fucking way. That's it's just so ridiculous at this point already, especially because there's other games that have taking the space over 100 gigabytes, which I can honestly see why that is, but honestly, it just makes things difficult for anyone who plays video games because it would take up many of its storage, and they had to like maybe buy storage packs for saving up space, but which honestly really that's just really shady to me. So yeah, at least I know modern day games can take a lot of space, and which is understandable. But in this case, it's not. Not even a fucking basketball game. So guys, that's what I'm. That's all I wanted to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. So like a comment as always. I'll see you next time in my next vids. Peace out.